Hi, my name is Kate Hamilton. The presentation I will be doing is on the Mike Tyson case. Here is Mike Tyson's history of behavioral issues. As a child, Mike Tyson was known to have many behavioral issues. Hi, my name is Kate Hamilton, and the case that I'm going to be covering in this presentation is the case of Mike Tyson. Here's Mike Tyson's history of behavioral issues. As a child, Mike Tyson was known to have many behavioral issues. Due to these behavioral issues, he was sent to a residential facility in upstate New York. Cuz D'Amato became Tyson's boxing mentor. In the 10th grade, he left school to pursue his boxing career. In 1985, though, Cuz D'Amato dies, and after D'Amato's death, Tyson suffers a major loss as if a parent died. In 1992, he was convicted of rape and sentenced to 6 years in prison. Due to good behavior, though, he only served 3 of the 6. One of Mike Tyson's most famous boxing matches was Tyson versus Holyfield. On June 28, 1997, Mike Tyson boxed against Evander Holyfield for the title of heavyweight champion of the world. Before Tyson committed the horrendous acts against Holyfield, Evander Holyfield was winning. Mike Tyson proceeded to bite a part of Evander Holyfield's ear off. Tyson was then disqualified, and Holyfield was declared winner of the heavyweight championship. After the boxing match, Nevada State Athletic Commission revoked Mike Tyson's license. They said he would be able to apply for a new license after 1 year and after he could prove to the board that he could control himself. He was also fined $3 million. 1 year later, though, he applied for a license in New Jersey instead of Nevada. This angered the commission because they felt that this was Mike Tyson's way of getting out of proving to the board that his behavior has improved. Nevada State Athletic Commission asked New Jersey to respect their reasons as to why they revoked Tyson's boxing license. Tyson figured out a loophole because although federal laws regulate boxing license suspension, they do not regulate revoking boxing licenses, which is Mike Tyson's case. New Jersey Boxing Commission requested a public hearing in order to give Mike Tyson a license in their state. Commissions typically do not require a public hearing in issuing a license, but in New Jersey, they felt it would be beneficial considering Tyson's license being revoked in Nevada. During the New Jersey public hearing, psychologist Burt Rothman testified that he did not show any signs of any mental disturbance, and the behaviors that Tyson displayed during the match against Holyfield was not typical of Tyson. The statement was given by Dr. Rothman after a 1-hour session with Tyson, so he did not have enough time to fully get a feel for Tyson's behaviors. Mike Tyson's wife also testified in his behalf. Tyson himself testified to the New Jersey Athletic Control Board and showed remorse for the actions during his testimony. During the attorney's closing statements, Tyson started making commotion about having to defend himself. He revoked his application for a license before the board even came back with a decision. He then decided to try to reinstate his license in Nevada. During the Nevada public hearing, there were many questions that the board wanted to be answered by psychologists in order to reinstate his license. These were as followed. What was Tyson's psychiatric diagnosis? What treatment was needed? What was Tyson's ability to handle stress in unpredictable situations? What was the potential for Tyson to commit another major foul in the boxing ring? Did they believe that Tyson was mentally fit to comply with rules and regulations of boxing? Here are the psychologist's results. Dr. Schumann's neurological results found that Tyson had no impairments. Contrary to Dr. Schumann's results, Dr. Ter's study on Tyson found that Tyson did in fact show impairments. One place Dr. Sherman found mild issues was in impulse control and executive functioning controlled by the frontal lobe. Executive functioning is the ability to initiate appropriate responses to the environment by planning behavior, shifting to new ways of responding when circumstances change, and the ability of monitor and recognize whether one's behavior is appropriate in various situations. He stated that the stressors in the past combined with the relative weakness in the executive control system make it imperative that Mr. Tyson has some outlet other than boxing to vent his frustrations and deal with the psychological issues that have caused him trouble in the past. Tyson may have been experiencing mild depression during the time due to a lot of financial and personal issues in his life. Tyson uses his ego as a defense for his lack of self-esteem. The psychologist saw this when Tyson quoted, "I have no self-esteem but the biggest ego in the world." Tyson would become angry with the evaluation process because he felt humiliated by having to be psychologically examined. He voiced his desire to harm the psychologist during his evaluation. After doing an MRI and an EEG, all test results came out negative. He did show signs of dysmic disorder. This disorder is a depressed mood that lasts most of the day and is present more days than it is absent for at least 2 years. He showed an ability to handle stress in unpredictable situations was fair. They suggested antidepressants and psychotherapy, although those who were on Mike Tyson's side did not believe that he needed medications. Boxing was his outlet for depression. That's why he did not need antidepressants. Tyson was seen to be mentally fit enough to return to boxing, and there was a 4-1 vote on the board to back this up. There was one major problem in Tyson's evaluation. The board wanted to know whether a professional boxer is prone to violent outbursts that led to violations of boxing rules in a sport where success is calculated by whether the boxer is aggressive enough to knock out their opponent was rather difficult for psychologists to answer. Their answer was as followed. The commission of a foul puts him at an increased risk of committing another offense. On the other hand, though, Mr. Tyson's history of limited point deductions in 48 previous bouts suggests that he is at a low risk of another foul. So this shows how difficult it was for psychologists to answer, and they couldn't give a clear answer. Even after he was reinstated his license for boxing in the state of Nevada, he committed several fouls that really made people question his mental stability. He was divorced from his long-term wife. He also got a face tattoo. He became involved in a fight during a television appearance, as well as making provocative comments during those appearances. He also chose to intimidate his opponents by stating that he could eat their children.